Good day, grade threes. Welcome to Saving Grace Homeschool and today's English lesson. The theme for today is the school shed is on fire. Right, so the school shed is on fire. Let's look at the pictures and talk about what you see. So in this first picture, I see some students, some smoke, and a dog. They're all smelling something. The second picture, I see all the learners are outside and the teacher is phoning someone. In picture number 3, I see firemen arriving and all the learners in the back, and there's the teacher probably showing them where the fire is. And in the last picture, I see a fire truck with some firemen putting out a fire. Now, let's read the story. Today we were in class and smelled smoke. Then the dog started to sniff. What was that smell? We had to stand together in a line under the trees. Then we saw the shed burning. We felt afraid. Teacher phoned 10177. 6 firemen came to put the fire out. They had big belts and choppers and they wore masks. They came in a bright red fire engine. They used a thick hose and put the fire out. Our shed was saved. Now, here's an activity we can do. Write the words that refer to more than one person. So the example they did here is us. It refers to more than one. So you need to do that with the rest. Now let's read through these words. I, we, me, they, ye, them, our, us, she, you, him, her, their, his, mine, and your. And then here's the next activity. Choose and then circle the correct word. So here's the example they've done for us. She is running, not she are running. Now let's read through the rest of the sentences. They is or are at school. He is or are reading. Bongi is or are the winner. The children is or are at sports. And Sam is or are playing. So you need to choose between is or are for each of these sentences. Next activity. Let's read the words and listen to the sounds. Then use 5 words to write sentences of your own in your exercise box. So, belt, melt, felt, bright, right, fright, that, there, then, they, this, the, who, why, and where. So you can choose any 5 and then write sentences. Remember to start your sentences with a capital letter and end it with a full stop. Now let's write. Answer these questions. The first word of the answer must start with a capital letter. Remember to end with a full stop. What was burning? How many firemen came to put the fire out? Why did the teacher say the children must stand in a line under the tree? And what is the phone number for the fire brigade? Now number these pictures to show the right order. So look at these pictures and put them in the right order. Now write one sentence about each picture. So just write a sentence to tell us what is happening. Now fill in the correct punctuation marks. Use a question mark or an exclamation mark or a full stop. Let's look at the first example that has been done. Stop that noise. It's with an exclamation mark because someone is shouting this out. Now let's read through the others you have to do. Help, the shed is on fire. When was the fire? Where is the fire? How did they put the fire out? Now some word work. Now underline the words that should start with a capital letter. Then use 5 words to write sentences of your own in your exercise books. Okay, so some words always start with a capital letter. So it's the name of people and places. Now let's read through them. Bongi, to me, January, Wednesday, March, Cape Town, Sam, Monday, East London, cat, frog, ruler, play, Johannesburg, sunny, Peter, Jabu, pen, Polokwane, and pencil. So choose any 5 and write them in your exercise books after you have underlined all the words that should start with a capital letter. Now, here's a fun activity. Help the firemen find their way to the red, green, and yellow houses. So, help them find their way to these houses. Now, the next activity is on Library Day. So, let's speak. Look at the picture and talk about what you see. So, in this picture, I see a lot of books. And these two are reading. This girl is choosing a book. Here's the librarian. And yeah, now let's write. Find and circle the words with the sh sound. So let's find the sh sounds and you can underline or circle them. Today we rushed to the library after school. We pushed Lebo in a wheelchair. It was quite heavy to push. There were so many books in the library. I liked a book about a horse. It was a special horse that could fly. Bongi took a book about baking a cake. She likes baking. Rob said he was too short to reach the top shelf. Ben had to sit outside the library. He was not allowed into the library. Poor Ben, no dogs allowed. Now match the words on the left with the words on the right to make a sentence. So let's read through them. So on the left side first, he did not go to school because I wore a jersey because I took an umbrella because I played outside because. And then on the right side, it was a sunny day. It looked like rain. He was sick. It was cold. So match them up to create a sentence that makes sense. Now some word work. Read the words and listen to the sounds. Then use 5 words to write sentences of your own in your exercise books. Let's read through the words. Push, dish, rush, wish, wash, fish, she, shelf, short, shook, shake, shock, what, whose, why. So choose 5 and then write a sentence in your exercise box, please. Now, let's answer these questions. Remember to end with a full stop and begin with a capital letter. So why did Anne struggle to push the wheelchair? Why couldn't Rob reach the top shelf? Why did Bongi take a recipe book? Why did Ben have to sit outside? Now, some reading books. Let's do. So write the title of a book that you liked. So any book you enjoyed, and then the author of this book, so the one who wrote the book. Now draw a picture to show what the book was about. Now, draw a picture to tell us what it was about. Now let's write. Match each word in the yellow box with a word in the blue box that rhymes with it. When a word rhymes, it sounds like it in the ending. Like an example, day, May. It sounds the same in the ending, so it rhymes. So let's read through them. Day, she, out, sang. These words have to be matched with these that rhymes with them. Rang, about, we, and may. Same on this side. Fly, cake, June, fish should be matched with make, cry, dish, and tune. Now here's a fun activity. Draw the signs for each of the following and then explain your sign to your friend. So you have to draw a sign for each of these. No dogs allowed, no vuvuzelas allowed, no cell phones allowed, and no goats allowed. Now, things we like. Let's speak. Look at the picture and talk about what you see. So here's a girl. It looks like she's making some popcorn because there's the oil and the pot, and yeah, there's the popcorn. So Bongi shows us how to make popcorn. Now let's read. The popcorn maker. What do you need? 2 tablespoons of oil, half a cup of popcorn, salt. What you must do, pour the oil into the pot. Put the popcorn into the pot. Put the lid on the pot. Put the pot on a hot stove. Be careful that you do not burn yourself. Listen to the popcorn popping. When it stops popping, open the pot. Switch off the stove. Put the popcorn in a dish and sprinkle with salt. Shake the dish, eat and enjoy. So now let's write. Find and circle the correct answer. So how much oil do you need? A, 1 tablespoon. B, 2 tablespoons. C, 3 tablespoons. Next question. What else do you need? A, popcorn. B, popcorn and salt. C, banana. Why must you be careful when you make popcorn? How will you know when the popcorn is ready? Now some word work. So read the words and listen to the sounds. Then use 5 words to write sentences of your own in your exercise books. Now let's read these words. Oil, boil, soil. Dish, fish, wish. Shake, shy, should. Eat, meat, lean. Heat, stream, mean. Now choose any 5 and write sentences of your own in your exercise books, please. Here's another activity. Let's write, how does it taste? Find and circle the correct answer. So here is some chocolate, some chips, a lemon, and some medicine. So you have to say whether they are A, sweet, B, sour, C, bitter, or D, salty. You have to do that with each of them. Now, who likes what? So here you need to write in your name, one of your friends' name, and another friend's name. And favorite day of the week for each of you, favorite sport or game, fill that in for each of you, and favorite book for each of you. Now let's write. Draw a line that joins the sentence in the blue box to a sentence in the yellow box. So you have to match the blue with the yellow one that matches with them. Let's read through them. Blue side first. It looked like it was going to rain. It looked like it was going to be cold. I was going to play soccer. The bus was on fire. The cat was in the tree and could not get down. I wanted to make a sandwich. It was my friend's birthday. The goat came through the broken fence. And then the yellow side, I phoned the fire brigade. I took my jersey to school. I fetched the ladder. I sliced the bread. I took my umbrella to school. I made a birthday card. I fixed the fence. And I took my soccer boots to school. So match them up. Now, fill in your favorite things. Now ask two friends about their favorite things. So fill in your favorite food, favorite radio or TV program, and favorite person. And do the same for two of your friends. Now write your own recipe. So a recipe for, like, what are you gonna make? What I need. So what ingredients do you need? What I must do. So what are the instructions you need to follow to make it? Now, a strange visitor at our school. Let's speak. Look at the pictures and talk about what you see. So let's look at the picture. So here's a girl upset. These kids are working. The second picture, we can see this boy's book is chewed or something, and there's a goat. And then in the last picture, the goat is literally chewing a book. Now, let's read the story. So at the beginning of the story, we were busy working in class today. While we were reading and writing in our books, Bongi said her lunch was stolen, but we did not see anyone come into the classroom. And then middle of the story, then Sam said his book was torn, although we never saw anyone touch his book. Later we saw that teacher's bunch of flowers was gone and we wondered what happened to it. Then we saw who did it. A big goat came into the school because the fence was broken. He was hungry and so he started eating everything he found. And then the end of the story. So here's the dog is chasing the goat away if we look at the picture. So luckily Ben, the dog, chased him away. He ran after him on the road. Afterwards, we helped to fix the school fence. Okay. So let's do role play the story about the goat coming to school. Now, word work. Read the words and listen to the sounds. Then use 5 words to write sentences of your own in your exercise box. Now let's read these words. Road, toad, oats, goat, coat, call, brunch, lunch, munch, such, much, crunch, class, glass, and pass. So choose any 5 and then write sentences of your own in your exercise books. Now, let's write. Answer these questions. The first word of the answer must start with a capital letter. Remember to end with a full stop. So, name 3 things the goat ate. How did he get into school? Who chased the goat away? And think of a good title for this story and write it here. Now the school goat. Number these pictures in the right order and write a sentence for each picture. So order them and then write a sentence about each picture. Now here's a fun activity. Write your own story on a piece of paper. It must have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Ask your friend to help you correct it. Now you are going to make your own book. Cut out the next page, fold the page to make a book. Write the title of the book on the cover. Put your name under the title because you are the story writer. Draw a picture on the cover. Now write your story into the book. So you can cut this out. So write your name, your age, where you live, your cover page, so draw a picture here, write the title of your book, and fill in your name. You are the writer. So you have to start your story and write the middle and continue your story here. And then finish your story here. But remember to draw pictures to show us your story. Oh, and you can also write what happens at the end of your story. Yeah. So that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Goodbye.